What is up, guys? This is Louis with Player 3, and I've got a bit of a different video for you today. I'm sitting here in my room wearing a kick-ass cardboard top hat, which I made myself, and is awaiting some black felt to go around it, and that will look so cool when it is done. But in the meantime, like I said, I do have a bit of a different video, and I'm going to be showcasing my entire TF2 armory, as it were. And I'm going to ask you, the viewer, to write in the comments loadouts that you would like me to try out in future videos. So, items. So we'll start with the scout. For the primary weapon, I have Babyface's Blaster, level 10 scattergun, 47% more accurate, and on hit builds boost, which can, when you have full boost, you can run double the speed as a normal scout. However, when you start, you have 30% less speed when you're starting off. But obviously that will build when you start shooting people. And yeah, so then we've just got the default scattergun. Secondary weapon, we have the default pistol and Critter-Cola, which is currently equipped for me. Basically, when you have to build it up by shooting people, and when it's ready you can drink it and you get instant critical hits and you can run faster as well. I also have a cool badge, which is on every single one of my players. Soldier, so got more for the primary weapon. Calmangler 5000, which I actually found today, is pretty cool because you don't need ammo, so you just pump it and it fires just these like weird laser beams almost kind of thing. And if you right click you can fire like super power blast, like all of your power at the same time. Default rocket launcher and the original, which is a level 5 rocket launcher. Secondary weapon, default shotgun and the buff banner, where you shoot people, you build up rage, and when it's ready you can blow your little trumpet and you instantly get mini crits along with all of your teammates. The melee weapon. I did also, as well as this, have a weapon called the Pain Train and a weapon called the Equalizer. Not the Equalizer, sorry, the Escape Plan, which was a pickaxe. Funny story actually, the Equalizer and the Equalizer and the, what's it called? Escape Plan used to be one thing, and it gave you extra speed and extra power. But then Steam decided to split it into two, so you can either have the Escape Plan, which is power, or the Equalizer, which is speed. But yeah, so now I have the Hafsadeutsche, which on kill restores you to 100% health, but a little irritating quirk about it is it has this thing called Honor Bound, where when you draw it, you can't put it back away to go back to your ranged weapons until you've killed someone with it. Then of course we've got the normal level 1 shovel and one called the Disciplinary Action, which is a riding prop, and is quite cool because when you hit your allies, it allows you to run faster momentarily. So on to the Pyro. For the main weapon, which is the flamethrower, I have the Philogisterator, or the Flossgenator, or however you pronounce it, I have no idea. But that one's cool because one, your all fire damage that you cause on other people charges, which when activated refills health, and you get mini crits for a few seconds. And that's quite cool. So then we got the default flamethrower, backburner, critical hits from behind. That's a really bad one, but you've got to use it with different things. I don't know. I don't know. Rainblower, just basic flamethrower. It has no. Basically, these two things are exactly the same, but the Rainblower, when you equip it, you go into Pyro Land, which I've showcased in some previous videos, where basically everything turns into sunshine, sparkles, and lollipop delights. but people who aren't in Pyroland can't see it, and they just see the flamethrower. Secondary weapons, I have got the default shotgun and the man melter, which is a bit of a weird, quirky gun. Like, you have to wait a few seconds for it to charge up before you can fire. However, it doesn't require ammo, and the projectiles cannot be deflected. And the cool thing is, when you press right click, you can actually extinguish teammates which are on fire. And finally, we go on to melee weapons, the default fire axe, and something called the postal hammer, which is a mailbox by the looks of it. And you get critical hits versus burning players, always. Minus 50% damage for non-burning players, no critical hits versus non-burning players, but that's all good because you get crits and burning players anyway. Well, this video is going to take forever, but I shall soldier on. The Demo Man. Unfortunately, I only have the stock grenade launcher so far for the primary weapon. For the secondary weapon, I have your default sticky bomb launcher and the Scottish Resistance, which is 25% faster firing speed, 50% max secondary ammo on wearer, plus 6 max pipe bombs out, detonates sticky bombs near the crosshair and directly under your feet. Able to destroy enemy sticky bombs. However, 0.8 seconds slower bomb arm time. That's pretty slim, Steam. And finally, for the Demo Man's melee weapons, I have again the Hazadachi, which I have currently equipped on the soldier as well. Bottle, level 1 bottle. It's kind of cool because you can press G to taunt and do some binging. And the Persian Persuader, which is a sword. I haven't actually read what it does yet. 100% increase in charge ratio. Yeah. So, that's pretty cool. And, ooh, he's getting a bit. Ooh, Demo Man's getting it down. Some cool moves, Demo Man. Heavy. Ooh, he spins around. I didn't know you could do that. Whee! I didn't know you could spin. It's kind of cool. So yeah, for the primary weapon, I only have the stock minigun. The secondary weapon, I have the shotgun and the Dalakosta, which I believe is delicious in Russian. That's just a random guess, but I imagine it probably is. But you eat that and you can get a bit more health back. It's not as good as the sandwich, but it is unlimited, which is cool. And finally, for melee weapon, for heavy, we have his fists and also the eviction notice, which are brass knuckles. Although actually it says boxing gloves now, but they're kind of cool. So on to the engineer. Primary weapon, still just stock shotgun. Secondary weapon, we've got the pistol and something called the short circuit, which is pretty crud, I have to admit. It just does like loads of electronic stuff that does hardly any damage, and also it eats away at your metal. Wrench for melee weapon, that's just a standard thing. I don't have any more for that. Medic for the primary weapon, which is the syringe gun. I have the default syringe gun and also the overdose. And on to. Oh wait, I've gone out for that. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Okay, right, I see what I'm going to do. Alright, the Medigun. I still only have your stock Medigun for that. And for the melee weapon, you've got your stock bone saw and the amputator, which is quite cool because on taunt it applies healing to all of your teammates. Very cool. Right, the penultimate character. Oh no, I don't want to do that. The sniper. For his primary weapon, I have the Huntsman bow, which is very cool. It does lots of damage, especially when you upgrade it in Man vs. Machine. Bone stock sniper rifle. Bizarre bargain. This is quite cool because every time you get a headshot, you get one counter, and then you increase your charge speed when you scope in, but if you miss, it goes down on the charge speed, so, you know, that's for the more skilled sniper. And finally, the machiner, which is, ooh, on full shard, projectiles penetrate players. That's kind of cool. But it does fire tracer rounds, which means when you fire, there'll be a trail left where the bullet went, so it'll give up your position. For the secondary weapon, I have the stock SMG. This one's really cool because if you're a sniper, you'll usually, if you're either like me, and you'll be out and about with your huntsman, or if you're a camper, even if you get you're gonna get caught short, so you need something like a backup weapon. This is a terrible weapon to use as a primary, but as a backup is really good. And also the Darwin's Danger Shield, which if you're wearing it, you are immune to backstabs for one go. And finally, the melee weapon of the sniper, we have the kukri. That's not how you say it, but that is the stock melee weapon of the sniper, and the Tribalman's Sheath, which is cool because even though you have minus 50% damage, which is pretty steep, when you hit the person, they bleed for 6 seconds, so they've got 6 seconds extra damage when you're not hitting them, which is very, very cool. And finally, we go on to the spy. For the primary weapon, which is the revolver, I do have the bone stock revolver, plus the diamondback, which is gives 1 guaranteed critical hit for each building deployed with your sapper. Very cool. And the melee weapon, which is the knife, we have the spicicle, which makes no attack noise from backstabs, and you become fireproof, but if you get burnt by a pyro, then your knife will melt, and then you've got to wait for it to regenerate, which is a bit of a bummer. And then you've just got your normal knife. Very cool. The PDA, which is the Invisiwatch. We have the Invisiwatch, the Cloak and Dagger, which is just basically an upgrade of the Invisiwatch, and then a very peculiar one called the Dead Ringer, where if you have it out, you can't shoot, but if you're shot, then you instantaneously become invisible, which is a bit weird because you can't control when you're invisible, but very good if you get caught short. And then just the sapper, just the stock sapper. And yeah, so that was nearly 13 minutes. That took longer than I expected, but then again, there are 9 mercenaries to go through. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been a bit of a long one, so I do apologise for that on my account. Please comment in the comments below. Any at all loadouts you want to see from me, and I will obey. You are my masters. Well, not to an extent, to the extent that I will carry out your loadouts that you want me to do. But on the case of making you sandwiches, you'd have to think twice about that. I don't think I'd make you a sandwich. But anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me and my friends out. TTFN, guys. Ta-ta for now.